that everything is allowed while pulling Montenegro into NATO, like forging elections, repression, framing court processes, importing a state of emergency on election day, every kind of fraud and blackmail in general, every mechanism of fraud and illegal political aggression to this country. And I want to ask you, is this sounds familiar to you? I think yes. We saw that in Ukraine a long time ago before this coup d'etat. We cannot accept that. NATO partners support for decades our criminal regime. For Montenegro, authorities are the latest anti-Russian area for propaganda and hysteria, I will say. All of this in the moment when Montenegro, led by criminal regime, is applying for NATO membership in opposition to the will of the people, as I mentioned a few times before.
Bueno, yo soy Javier Couso Permuy, soy diputado de Izquierda Unida en el Parlamento Europeo, vicepresidente de la Comisión de Asuntos Exteriores del Comité AFET, y quiero dar todo el apoyo al referéndum sobre la pertenencia a la OTAN, porque me parece fundamental, porque es democrático consultar a los ciudadanos y sobre todo en un momento en el cual la OTAN es cada día más expansiva, más violenta y se está expandiendo hacia el este, llevándonos a un peligro de guerra cada día mayor. Por lo tanto, todo mi apoyo para el referéndum.
I was in Yugoslavia, I still call it Yugoslavia, many years, and in '99 during the NATO bombings. I saw what NATO did, killing people, killing nurses, killing children, bombing factories, and this is a band of criminals. I was a few years later in Libya, and I saw children on the ground, 4 years, 6 years, assassinated by NATO bombings, and they were saying this was a military target and blah blah. So I really think there's no need to join NATO. On the contrary, we should suppress NATO. Me as Belgian living in Brussels, I say this is not something for peace, because NATO was found long time ago supposed to defend Europe against Russian threat. Now, there is no Soviet Union anymore, nobody is going to attack Belgium, nobody needs NATO, and it's very expensive. So I think we need to suppress that. In my view, it's only the army of the multinationals. They made one war in Europe against Yugoslavia, one war in Asia against Afghanistan, one war in Africa against Libya, and sometimes they have done also military maneuvers against Venezuela. So this is really the cup of the world. We don't need it, we need peace. Of course, if some country wants to join NATO, this should be decided by the people. It's not a few 1% of the population, one elite who should decide about that. It's about international affairs, it's about war and peace, it's about will you spend your money to buy weapons and to make wars, or to build schools and hospitals. So people should decide about that. That's just democracy.